I am so happy. We're at nearly 900 visitors, which is almost 300 up from where we started this episode, and we have just earned $2,000 in the span of a few months. Alright everybody, hello then, and welcome back to another episode on Planet Zoo. Finally, with me, Spacefish, and welcome to a little bit of a financial mess of a zoo. As you can see, we're still pretty darn well indebted. Minus 3k at the moment, and the outlook is not really all too great either. We already kind of started in the last episode trying to optimize financially, getting some more stalls going, making sure that viewers, people actually came to the different places, making sure our animals are happy and all, but well, unfortunately, with all the things that we've tried to do to improve our overall situation, we are still in a very, very precarious spot. And part of that seems to be because we had a little bit of an animal welfare incident out here with our Goliath frogs, and we had some protesters and a lot of people didn't come to the park anymore and our visiting numbers were low, and that all just kind of cascaded us into this terrible situation that we are in now and still trying to get out of. So today is going to be very much about still trying to resolve our financial miseries and trying to pull some more visitors back into the park as well. On the one hand side, we have sort of solved those issues that we had with the animal welfare protesters, and those are gone, and the frogs are happy, and life is going on for them. The visitor numbers are still quite low. You can see down there we've got 700. I think we had peaks of like 800-900 visitors, and that was a lot better financially for us. And we would ideally, of course, like to try and move even past that in order to, instead of just staying sort of roundabout flat in terms of profitability, actually making some profit that we can use to spend on improvements for the zoo. Because, well, you can see right here, we're still only in a silver level that we're currently working on. We do still need one more habitat species, which, you know, all fair, we will be probably able to fill through this habitat right here, but we'll still also have a good bunch of other goals here, like another 2 habitat species, more exhibit species, and a yearly profit of 10 grand. And well, all that is still very, very far out currently, honestly. So we do need to work on that, but just quickly before we get going on all this then, if you're new around here, if you happen to enjoy this episode, make sure to smash that subscribe button right down below. That would mean the absolute world to me. We're trying to hit 1k subs at the moment, and we're still a fair bit out, so every single one would help out a ton with that one. Now, with that said though, let's kind of go and look around the park. The first thing I have to say that I'm really... Ooh! Okay, so the first thing I was going to say that I'm actually really annoyed about is these bins still being knocked over. I thought, honestly, that this was a matter of my cleaning personnel just coming by and picking them up. But apparently those are vandalized and non-functional, so I guess we do seem to have a bit of a security issue in the park, well, in the zoo after all, so that is not great. Maybe we should place like a security camera or 2 as well, so people don't do that. But let's go and replace these, I suppose, so that, hello? Do we need to hit play for that? No. Oopsies. No, I don't want to build path. No, stop. I'm confused. So, like, I can click replace, but they're not really being replaced. I'm not sure if somebody of my staff has got to come down to actually replace these. Like, that thing isn't even clickable for me now. Now it is. Replace for $10 doesn't seem to be working either. I'm a bit confused about that one. We'll just click replace once on all of these, and then, I don't know, maybe come back later to see if some staff person has replaced them for us. But, admittedly, that is not all too great. Now, the question may be being, is there some sort of heat map? Well, actually, we can't really... Oh, well... I think I know the answer as to why we're not being able to replace these. We don't have any money. Can't replace anything if you don't have the money to spare, I suppose. So visitor numbers are slightly going up for a start, which is great. Let's have a quick look into our statistics here. if we go not to the heat map, but put it to the zoo down here, we do have our finances there, and a little graph, which does not feature... Okay, that's not our visitor numbers, though. Where would we find those? Zoo overview? Guests. Feels pretty small. Place must be pretty awful to track protesters. They're all gone. That is fake news. I hope this is just a short flurry. Litter is disgusting. Yeah, sorry for that. I can't replace it. Staff facilities are being visible, which is an issue. A lot of damaged things. Guard must be chasing someone. Oh, God. Okay. Doing great, as you can see. I mean, there's so many issues that we would need to solve with money that we don't have as well, which is not really great. Where in the world are my guest numbers, though? Guests this year, guests last year, guests all time. 532 guests. We're at 712. So you're wanting to tell me that 200 guests didn't leave the zoo for the entire year? That is quite mad. We've got our ticket prices right there, of course. Where's my... I'm not quite sure where my guest number graph is, again. I had thought that we had previously seen that, but apparently we're absolutely unable to find that now. So what I do want to do, ideally, would be getting a tad bit of money spent to try and get some people into the zoo. Now, divisive appeal. Don't need to be divisive, I guess. I think we're going to start with some low-impact marketing because we can't really afford anything else. I think we should be able to pay for this regardless of being in the negative, and hopefully that'll attract some people for us. Print serial, I guess, is for kids. Poster and newspaper. I guess newspaper is for adults. So we're just going to go do something for adults and count on them hopefully dragging in some kids with them. I do know that people are not really happy. I don't know what I should be doing about it. I mean, the zoo's honestly not that small. You just need to walk around in this bit. The one issue here... Well, the protester thing I'm really confused about, because technically they should be gone. There's dangerous fighting for alpha status going on right there, which does suck. But we can't do much about that. There's a power source that is inaccessible. How's that inaccessible? It shouldn't... Why does that not have a path to it? Oh, I think this is where the path needs to be. So that is great. We can't fix that currently, unfortunately. Power source requires repair too, so even better. Yeah. Luckily we do have a power source over there, which I guess should cover most of the necessities around there for now, I hope. I don't know. We'll have to see about that one, but that'll need to be fixed soon. Let's go for the time being and speed up time here a bit, see how our visitor numbers develop now with the ads that we're rolling. Technically, there shouldn't be any protesters anymore, so I hope that that kind of goes out of the way too. Why is everything so littered? I guess it's because all my bins are out of action. Nobody's able to plunk anything into the bins. So, if we go, can we at least buy new bins? Because we can evidently not replace our old ones currently. Where would that even be at? Here? Bin? Yes. Yeah, insufficient funds. We can't do anything about that. Do we have loans or something that we can take on? So there's evidently some other issues that lower our guest numbers that we would be able to take on with some more money. Let's see. Finances. Loans. We don't have any loans yet, do we? I guess we're going to have to bite the bullet here. And really hope that we can do enough with this one, because otherwise we are going to be absolutely in a terrible spot here. So let's go and replace these things. I guess some stuff have to come here now, but at least it's graying out when I click that button. So I am supposing that this is working. We're also spending money on it, so it better be working. We will do all that. Okay, so that's the bins then taken care of. At least the ones down here. Is there any other ones that are... We don't have any bins set up anywhere around up there, but there's not really much of any littering going on there either. We do have some bins there that are all still functional, and we do not have any bins there, and there's littering going on, which is beautiful, which is also probably part of because we don't have any bins right there. So let's set up a few more bins so we can get rid of the littering issue as well, make sure that people at least are somewhat happy about the park, so we actually have more people going in. So, not been a, gonna do a recycling bin here, a stand-up bin there, and maybe something here where the littering cured. Uneven placement. Well, we'll do something like that, I guess, and then that'll hopefully be fine. So, hopefully people will now use the actual bins and not litter all over the place. I mean, we do have maintenance staff that should clear everything else up for us for the time being, so hopefully that's going to be fine. Other than that, yeah, the protester thing is going away. I guess that's just the old guests that were unhappy that are now just still leaving, so hopefully that's good. Litter is going to go away over time now, I hope. There's a lot of damaged things around here. Yeah, that's the broken litter thingies too, so fingers crossed on that one. Now, what I'm considering here is like security cameras or something, so this doesn't happen. Like this here down here seems to be a bit of a hot spot. Habitat web camera, that sounds quite cool. This thing only costs 10 bucks. Well, this is 150, well, I guess. Is there any sort of heat maps for security? Is the thing I'm interested about. Security and crime, yeah, so we would be able to cover... I mean... Yeah, I guess it does cost us a good bunch of money to actually replace these things, so we're going to go and set up some security cams. Which evidently is going to be quite expensive. But hopefully this should not happen down there anymore that way. I mean, we do have a security officer, but one of them's just not enough. And hopefully at least we can somewhat tamper the effects of that for the moment then. Does this cover 2 areas? It does. We're going to plunk one down right there as well. Okay, we're going to be happy with that for the time being. We're maybe going to spend more on those in the future, but we can't spend all the money on that. I mean, you can see just how little we have. We have a loan on top of this now, so... okay, that's something. Now, how do we increase the numbers of visitors even more? I am thinking... Let's do 2 ad campaigns. I hope we're not going to throw too much money out of the window that way, but we do desperately need some more guests. And holy bejesus, did our money just absolutely flock out of my wallet. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, what is this? What am I spending? What in the world am I spending? It was like 3k in the span of like half a month or something. I mean, yeah, that is obviously. Staff wages, 5 grand. Animal food, 5 grand. This year alone. Last year we spent... I mean, maybe that's just that we buy a lot of that stuff. But like 20k in staff wages is absolutely insane. We need to... I think we need to slim down on staff. That is just absolutely... That does not work. I mean, what do we have in terms of income here? I mean, we did have a whole lot of income last year, to be honest. 10 grand from shops. 13 grand from donations. 30 grand in total. 20k of that to staff. 8k to animal food. 5k to power costs. 1.5 to scenery running costs. Oh... Should we try and see if we can amp up the prices a bit more? I'm wondering if we could. Where was this? Here. I mean, if you look at this, our ticket prices are honestly very far at the bottom end of the spectrum. So maybe something a little like that would be worth it. The guest happiness is going up. Let's try something little like that. Did we ever adjust the prices for the businesses? I think we just did that the last few episodes, to be honest. I mean, the unit profit is quite good. Even if you include staff wages, which honestly, I have to say the staff wages are still a part that are a bit concerning me. If we have another look at staff, do we maybe have like a person or two that we could get rid of? Because our staff wages are quite mad. Level 3, 2 grand a month. Oh. I don't want to fire people, you know, but I feel like staff wages are just such a mad amount. And I mean, we do need so many shopkeepers too here. Commuting, serving, waiting, going for a rest. I mean, they're all actually working. It does not look like I overspent on any of my shopkeepers here, which is quite insane to think about, to be quite fair with you. That is quite mad. And then we've got the caretakers, which are, you know, working, resting. Mechanics we were always short on, so that's fine. We only have one security person. We've got 4 habitat cleaners for 4 habitats. So, you know, can't really say we're overspending on that one. And 2 vets for like 10, 15 animals. It's not like we're overspending on staff. At least I don't feel we do. I don't really think we can shorten, like, or lower the amount of people that we have there. What actually interests me, how many caretakers do we have? 3. Yes, so even that, I mean, like these work zones are quite massive for 3 caretakers. You can see just how much litter is still about the place. If we shorten on that even more, like, people are not going to be happy. On the positive side of things, we've got like 60 more guests in the park now. And the average rating, like the average happiness of people seems to somewhat be going up. Especially, of course, we shouldn't have the protesters should be going. The zoo feels pretty small as like a weird thought, given how big this actually is. I mean, you're not even like going all the way up there because it's so big. So I'm not too sure about that statement, to be honest. Maybe we just need some sort of way of helping people commute around too. But that's like going to be a 5K investment or something. So we don't have that. Litter should be going. I don't know what this is supposed to mean. Damaged things should be getting exchanged. So cold. Well, I guess that's not really our fault, is it? Okay, let's go and play a bit. So the damaged things should be gone now as well. You can see all the damaged bins have been replaced, at least. So that should at least hopefully be something. Our mechanic research has been completed now, which is something positive. There's our transport rides that we've now been able to research. So, you know, happy about that. Maybe we should do like another souvenir shop or something so we can get another shop that we can earn money from. I mean, all this other stuff I'm not too crazily... Yeah, I think we're going to go do like... No, not drink shops. Souvenir shops. We're going to work on those. See if we can get another 1 or 2 that we can actually make some money from. We do at least have something to help people commute around now, which is great. You can see that we're actually clawing back a bit in terms of the money now, which is great. The overall visitor number trend seems to be going upwards. We're still somewhat at the old numbers, but it's developing a bit. The money thing is developing a bit. Still going upwards, now downwards. And upwards. Okay, so that doesn't seem a very reliable long-term trend indicator, just a little bit of a mini indication, and we do have some money. Is this a good sign, or am I happy too early? We're at 800 people. We started this one off at 600. So the amount of visitors is surely increasing, which is a start. The amount of money is absolutely slumping again, though. Big tank right there. It feels a bit more balanced. I think we're going the right way, but we still need to do some work. It looks like we still need to do... I'm not sure. Let's look at the guest thoughts again, because I guess that's the main thing that's pretty... Litter is disgusting. 34%. I thought this was going up, not down. I mean, the protester thing is very much going away. We do have so much litter, though, apparently. We do have those bins. We do have litter here still. Where are my caretakers at? Let's see, have we maybe mistakenly not got one for one of the regions of work or something? Work zone 1, work zone 2, work zone 3. Cleaning, commuting, commuting. So you're cleaning up. I don't know, maybe it's just the aftermath of the bins being knocked over, but after half a year you would expect that to have gotten a bit further than that, to be honest. I mean, where else would we have litter? There's no littering around here. Start. Caretakers chilling there. There's a caretaker coming right there. No littering around here. There is still littering around here. Nobody's cleaned this stuff up at all yet. Let me look at the work zones again. Work zone 1, 2, 3 basically. This was like, okay, so... in another work zone, in this work zone. I'm not really sure how it works for the caretakers, to be honest. But in general, I mean, they should be working on this stuff, so let's maybe see where she's going and what she's doing. Are you really good just going to chill? No, you're just walking up and down. All around like a roller coaster. Money's going up a bit again. Where's my other caretaker at then? Oh my god. I cannot see anymore. It's like pitch black. Super terrible weather. It's not going to be great for our guest numbers, most certainly. Where my caretaker go? Could you please clean this up? Because I'm really not happy with that. Work zone 1, should it be? No? No. Work zone 2? Yes. Haha! There you are. Okay. Now where are you going? Okay, cleaning up the bins, that's fine. And now you're freaking going home! Okay, I think something's wrong with that work zone, isn't it? She's literally just walking around like there, doing the bins, and now she's going home. I think I may have done something wrong with the work zone assignment then. Let's go and revisit that real quick. We need to make sure that our park is clean so we get the max visitor numbers we can, but... on the upside, we're at 845 visitors now, which is a whopping like 250-ish visitors on top of what we had at the start of the episode. So I think we're going the right way, everyone. We're not totally indebted anymore, which, well, we kind of are because we have a 5k loan, but the money's at least somewhat stabilizing a bit, which is good news, I would say. I mean, the increasing visitors numbers would probably add to that, so... happier about the situation. Still, you know, a bit of a pickle, but I feel like we're getting there. So in terms of this work zone, though, this is what I'm confused about, right? How do I tell my caretakers, like, you need to work here too? Because nobody seems to be cleaning up right here. Which is quite weird, especially considering that this is inside the work zone too. Can I tell them to, like, clean up somewhere? I mean, the weirdest part is that those bins are not particularly full, so somebody must be emptying them. Maybe we just give it a tad bit more time and wait for her to come back out or something? You're not the caretaker person. Are you? Vendor. How long are you resting in there for? Justina. You done chilling about, or... oh yeah, you're coming out, okay. I think she is, at least, yeah. So... Let's see her kind of pace of work here, right? We did, by the way, already spend another year on this, but... we're at a good 860 people in winter, which is good news, I would say. Did this just get vandalized despite security cameras? Mate, I spend, like, so much money on those. You are absolutely joking right now. Or did I just not actually click to switch this one out? May I click this, please? Thank you. Let's click replace. So that gets replaced. Let's follow her around a bit more to see where she goes. Okay, that's replaced. That's good news. She's emptying that bin. Taking care of that bin too, which is beautiful. Now, there is the litter. Oh yes, she's taking care of it. Okay, now I think my work zones are fine. It's just so much to take care of for her, I guess. But she's now cleaning up the park, which is good news. Clean up more, please. Thank you very much. There goes all the litter. We're at 2 grand. Oh, guys, everyone, I am so happy. We're at nearly 900 visitors, which is almost 300 up from where we started this episode, and we have just earned $2,000 in the span of a few months. So I think we can somewhat happily declare that this is very much going the right way. I think during the course of the next few episodes, we should still take some time to keep a close eye on this and keep evaluating on if things need to be changed. Maybe ticket prices need to be upped somewhere. Maybe like guest needs need to be more catered to and guest happiness needs to be taken care of a bit better. But we are so going the right way with this. So I'm quite happy. I think we can finally move on from that, take care of the goals again, get more species back in, spend some more money on habitats and exhibits and all those good things, and finally work more on our mission goals. But what a crazy little instance this has been, honestly. I think it's taught me a good bit about actually managing the zoo in terms of the financials, because that was a very big shortcoming of ours previously, in my opinion. So very happy that we did get the opportunity to actually fail a bit and learn from it and improve from there on onwards. And I hope that you enjoyed this little bit of a different sequence in this series before it is in the next episode. It's going to be back to animals, exhibits, and habitats then. But for today, I'm going to end it off right here then. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. As usual, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button right down below. That does always help out the channel a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way then, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very soon. Ciao.